Jesse,
True.
did you hear about the maple syrup company that went out of business?
Yeah, because I really think about maple syrup that much.
I know, those poor saps.
Fuck.
Can you imagine the guy that invented maple syrup? Hey, this fucking tree tastes way better than the last 10 trees I sucked.
What the fuck, man?
Or if breast implants were made of maple or oak, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
What the fuck?
All right, and welcome back to another episode of CATV Tech Talk. I'm your host, Drew, here with your co-host, Jesse. Jesse, what's going on?
What's up, dog?
You like all my maple innuendos?
It's innuendo.
Yeah, see, again, I just try to make you feel better about yourself and let you get the important words, all right? That's all it is. But because that's today's episode, the difference between USA and then the good old Canada. And we actually have a special guest on our show that works in Canada. We have Mitch. Mitch, what's going on?
Hey, gentlemen, coming at you from the big igloo. How you guys doing?
We're good, man.
I think a little warmer than you. What's the temperature in the igloo?
Well, in proper temperature, Celsius, it feels like minus 25, but in southern temps, it feels like minus 13 Fahrenheit.
I love how he said in real temperature.
You know, when he said that, it's backwards because for us, everything's Fahrenheit. So when he said Celsius,
you know what, Mitch? Never mind. You were completely right with that after Jesse made that comment. I am so sorry I doubted you. We will just stick with that.
if you watch the news of the United States, dog, it's like, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit today.
Do you know what that was, Jesse?
What?
That was going it right over your fucking head. You missed that entire fucking thing. He went in the correct temperature, and then he gave us Celsius, pretty much saying that Celsius rules, Fahrenheit is fucking inferior and stupid. And then you turned around like, well, hi, that's the opposite of what we use. We use Fahrenheit.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I spaced out for like a minute.
All right, and so all those motherfuckers that listen, that send me all those fucking terrible emails, who don't make fun of the South, they're not fucking stupid. Do you fucking see what I work with right now? Like, I'm not assuming everybody's like this, but at least one.
God damn.
And you can't even blame me for any of this. This one was all on you.
Yeah, it certainly was, man. I didn't even think about it. I didn't take it as a sarcastic tone, so I was like, do they really fucking, like, is everything in Celsius in Canada? Well, how the fuck should I know? Things are different up there than they are here. They say A behind every fucking thing, Drew. Shut the fuck up. Do we say A behind everything? Like we're asking if there's an answer to it? Go fuck yourself, you whiny bitch.
I haven't heard Mitch say A once, so I think you might be the offensive one.
Maybe. Who knows? Let's move on.
All right, perfect. So, Mitch, the difference between U.S. and Canada today. Well, let's start with, obviously, you're from Canada, but what areas do you cover for your work?
I'm legit right in the middle.
Like if I was to go to Google Maps and just drop a fucking pin in the middle of the country, that would come right to
be honest,
area.
if I head outside of the city and I drive no more than 7 or 8 minutes, I actually hit the geographical center of Canada.
Really?
Yeah, no joke.
That's pretty cool. I mean, like, I've been able to say, like, yeah, I work in the ghetto, but I mean, to be able to say, hey, man, I work fucking dead ball center of a country, I guess that's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you like freezing your fucking balls off.
So now, year around, is it just?
Do you only freeze your balls off in Celsius or in Fahrenheit?
Yeah, it depends on if I'm thinking about you and I'm jerking it.
Oh shit!
Oh
No,
God, I just
it's
went down.
Celsius all year round.
um, all right, so now for an educated question. Now, what's the weather year round? Is it super? Is it? I mean, obviously, it's not 30 degrees in the summertime.
Oh hell yeah. Well, no,
Is it really?
sorry, 30 degrees Celsius.
Oh yeah,
To be
that's
honest
right.
with you,
All right.
I can't even tell you what that would be in Fahrenheit. I'd just be making up a bullshit number. But I
All
know
right, so give me what
I think 72 is like 20, something like that.
See, motherfucker, I was right. They do shit in Celsius, and it went over your fucking head. You're like,
No. Oh my God, Jesse, just stop talking about it because you're making yourself sound terrible. That's
he
not
just
at all what
said,
it is.
he just said Celsius, and he couldn't tell us what it was in Fahrenheit.
Because we use
No, you
Celsius,
dumb.
man.
Because they use Celsius. That's what I was fucking saying.
All right, pause, replay, cut back. This is the moment where she's going to replay exactly what the fuck you said to what he said. All right.
Well, in proper temperature Celsius, it feels like minus 25, but in southern temps, it feels like minus 13 Fahrenheit.
Cut back into our existing conversation. All right. I know you just didn't hear it. Everybody listening just heard you say it again. When this entire conversation started, Mitch said he is going to give us the correct temperature, the right way to give temperature in Celsius, saying, hey, Celsius is good. It's the best way to do it at fucking Fahrenheit. Stupid. It's inferior. Americans are the only dumb idiots that use it. So I'm going to give it to you the correct way. And then he was able to tell us what it was in Fahrenheit. So what he was saying is that Celsius is the right way to give temperature, unlike us stupid Americans who use Fahrenheit.
Absolutely. And that's what I just said. And I said, well, okay, that's a difference. They use Celsius and we use Fahrenheit. That's what I'm trying to fucking say the whole time. And you're saying I'm a fucking dumbass. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Mitch, am I crazy or?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna just make you both happy and say that when I cook in the oven, I use Fahrenheit because that's just what it's set at. So there you go.
All
Wait,
right,
do you have to
fuck it.
cook
Move
at a
off
higher
this.
elevation?
Move off this damn Fahrenheit Celsius bullshit. Let's move on.
That's all right, buddy. I'll tell you later. Oh God. All right. So, anyways, igloo's apparently cold no matter what fucking time of year it is.
Oh no,
So what did you say?
It's hot as balls in the summer. Don't get me wrong, but it's like 2 months. My winter is about 6 months.
In the summertime on Celsius, what did you say it got around?
Oh, but with the humidity, it can feel like plus 45. That's probably somewhere around 100, I would guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so 40 degrees Celsius at a chart I'm looking at is 104 degrees. Fuck that. Canada gets 104 degrees.
Dude,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
he's getting
Fucking
weather
A.
like we do, man. Like in
I
the
don't even get
summer,
that.
we get that every fucking summer down here, man. Like they're between about June, like the end of June through like the beginning of September, like the first week of September, that time frame, dude, it hits. I remember one summer, like during high school, we had 2-a-days or 3-a-days in football, and we had to stay for a solid week at the school. And our second practice of the day was at 12, so we practiced at like 8 in the morning, 12, and then at 6 at night. Well, that 12 o'clock practice, there was a temperature gauge on the football field. It was 117-degree heat index. It was so fucking hot that you couldn't sweat. You couldn't sweat anymore. Like, you know how your body produces sweat to keep you cool? The humidity was low that year for whatever reason, and it was so hot. It was almost like how Arizona has dry heat. This year, it was like that. Well, fast forward the next year during 3 days, it got up. The heat index hit a record high in the state of Georgia at like 124-degree heat index, and the humidity was 100%.
Dude,
So
fuck that. That's why I live where my fucking penis turns to an Audi to an innie in the winter. There's no fucking way. I would fucking just
it was
die
bad.
at that type of temperature.
Well, they quit letting Georgia high schools do those 3-a-days because that summer they had 12 kids in the state die of heat exhaustion.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so dude, like he's got it bad for maybe a shorter time, but that that little space in the heat, man, that shit's rough with the humidity. Like that first year it was hot, but it wasn't as bad. The second year the humidity was through the fucking roof, and it was horrible, man. It was horrible.
So you end up really dealing with fucking both ends of it, the hot and the cold.
The craziest thing about it, especially where I live, because it's prairie, right? So there's literally nothing around. It's almost like desert in a way. There's times where they say, you don't like the weather, just wait a while. And legit, it can be plus 30 one summer day and plus 7 the next day. So that's a drop in 23 degrees Celsius. That's huge. Like that's a drop in your entire room temperature of your home, right?
Jesus. No. I mean, we have temperature, but I don't know. I feel like we're right in the middle. Every once in a while we'll have a couple of 90-degree. I don't even know if I seen a 100-degree day this past summer, to be honest with you.
Well, see,
but
we
then
don't
in the winter
really
time,
get to that degree. Like that would be with the humidity. That would be the way it feels.
yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The index, like the heat index, yeah.
See,
So
we don't even have one of those. That's how fucking cold it is over here usually.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I'm also on the coast though, so it's different.
So you say you live in like a pretty remote kind of area?
No, man, I live in a city. There's like 750,000 people.
Holy shit.
You were saying like prairies and shit. I'm over here thinking about cow fields and hay.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just thinking he lives in a little fucking hut somewhere.
No. So
that's what I was getting.
Here's the thing. My city's big, but to get to the next city that's the same size, you have to drive, 10 hours or more.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Like there's smaller towns all over the place of like, 50,000, 10,000, 15,000, a couple 100,000 here and there. But to get to a city of like almost 1 million people from where I am, you have to drive at least 12 hours, 10, 12 hours.
That's insane.
In Canada,
that's pretty crazy.
You can go down to like Minneapolis or whatever, and it's not that far. But in Canada, you have to drive, probably 12 hours to get to a city that size.
Jesus Christ.
I'm 2 hours from Atlanta.
I'm like an hour and a half from Boston.
So like there's a fucking couple million people in Atlanta. I'm sure there's 50 million. They're fucking stacked on top of each other in Boston, I'd think.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fucking number is. That's why I left.
What tell us about like, cause like down here, like it's different in every area anyway. But down here, people are, Southern hospitality really is a thing. Like most people are pretty cool. Like me and Drew's talked about this before. Like when we'd go to a job and we were a techs, like when I did, most everybody was really cool. I had people give me food and drinks, and I had one guy give me an awesome beer cooler. Like people are pretty nice down here. He says up there, everybody's like, "Fuck you, it ain't my business. I don't care," kind of thing. What's it like in Canada with people going into people's homes and stuff doing this kind of work?
Now, see, I've got experience on both ends of the spectrum here. In the city, I mean, now here, my province, on our license plate, it says "Friendly Manitoba." Like that's our slogan, right? So we're supposed to be really friendly. People in the city, because there's competition, right? Like there's not a monopoly in the small town of 2,000 people, and it's the only internet provider you can get. People in the city are I'd say 6 out of 10 people are cool. 4 out of 10 people are either entitled or just assholes and treat you like, a diaper, and they just want to get done with you and you're finished. But in the smaller centers, it's 180. Like you say, it's similar to Southern hospitality. I've actually been stopped numerous times on the job and say, hey, if you're going to work in my house, you need to stop here. And I just made lunch. So here's some pierogies and some sausage. Give her, buddy.
Dude, I love when he said that. Tell all our listeners what a pierogi is.
A pierogi. Oh, damn. It'd be kind of like a calzone, but with just mashed potatoes and onions and stuff like that in it.
Yep. That's funny you said that. My mother made those when I was a kid. She grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, which is not terribly far from Canada, the Canadian border. And when I was a kid, I ate those things religiously. They're so good, man. They're awesome. But I remember I'd tell my little buddies, I'd be like, man, I had pierogies for dinner. And they'd be like, well, what the fuck's a pierogi? And I didn't know how to explain it to anybody. I'm like, well, it's like kind of this little doughy stuff and it's got mashed potatoes in it. Like I didn't know how to tell them, you know. But that's cool. Like you said, that pierogies and sausage here, man. That's cool. Like up down here, like most of us as techs, like we would go through our day and we'd stop and buy lunch or whatever. Like we have McDonald's and Burger King and fucking Hardee's and Jack in the Box and whatever, right? What's like your like go to stopping place? Like is there like in your little area, like if you were on the run kind of thing?
Well, I really like this local place. It's kind of a chain across Canada. It's called Mary Brown's Chicken and Taters. And
Damn, sounds good to me.
if you've had a Popeyes chicken sandwich,
Yeah.
that ain't nothing compared to this.
Do you have Chick-fil-A in Canada?
No, we don't, and I've heard so much about it, but no, we don't.
Oh man, dude! Like they had a fight going on down here a few years ago, and it was almost like people were gonna fucking riot. Like Popeyes is better, no Chick-fil-A is better, and all these motherfuckers were wanting to kill each other over who had the better chicken sandwich. If you ask me, Chick-fil-A is the best. Period. I don't know. Do you have Chick-fil-A up there, Drew?
Yeah.
Have you had a Popeyes and a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Yes.
Which one do you like better?
Chick-fil-A.
Fuck yeah, there you go. See, I told you, man. Chick-fil-A's the shit. I hate you don't have one, but it sounds like if you think that your place up there is better than Popeyes, it's probably close to the same.
If the mail service wasn't so fucking slow, I'd send you one.
Yeah, by the time I got it, it'd probably be green. I sold a football helmet my son used a few years ago on eBay, like when he outgrew it, and a guy bought it up in Canada somewhere. I can't remember the city or whatever, but you know, you got a tracking number on that shit, and it took like 17 days to get there.
It's because it came by dog sled.
All right. So, Mitch, how long you been in the industry, bud?
You want days, minutes, seconds, hours?
The whole fucking thing. Like, we want seconds. How many seconds have you been in the cable industry?
No, I want fucking dog years divided by cat years. Fucking square rooted by fucking fish bubbles.
I started.
What the fuck, fish bubble? Oh my god.
It's messed up that I remember the day, but it's October 9th, 2009.
Okay. How old were you when you started?
26, I guess.
Okay. All right. So, like most cable guys, start young.
For the most part.
Do you want to tell us how you got into this? do you want to do that? Because it would be absolutely fucking great.
You want the whole truth or nothing but the truth, or so help you God?
Absolutely. I think we can handle the truth.
Well, I'll get into it. I'll get into it a little bit here. Before I was a cable guy, I actually was a camera operator.
Wait, hold on. Did I just fucking hear a duck?
Yeah, you did.
Was it a duck or a Canadian goose? Which one was it?
No, it's a Georgia duck.
Jesse, dude, fucking, we're trying to record. Get the duck off your lap. Put it away. Let's just fucking let the kid tell the story. All right. Fuck. All Sorry, right. Mitch. Continue. I just had to confirm I heard a fucking duck.
I'll get back to you later, baby. Quack. Go ahead, Mitch.
All right. Now this is gonna be the Cole's Notes version of the story. But basically the way it goes is I used to be a cameraman before I started in cable, and well, needless to say, I fucked that up pretty good. I got drunk one night, and my job that morning was to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do my job. Well, I got dropped off at the place of business at about 3:30 in the morning. Everything from about here until I say stop, I don't actually remember. It's just what I've been told. So I go into the place of business, and I stumble around, and I find a nice cozy place to sleep for a little while. And I wake up, and the security guard's kind of checking me out, and I'd had a night of fun, so I really needed that cigarette, but I couldn't find one in my pocket anywhere. The security guard signed me out a vehicle to go and pick up my smokes so I could get it all sorted out. And well, I guess I took it for a ride and went somewhere. Woke up, woke up in my own bed. A couple hours later, I remember.
Which, hey, isn't being terrible for blacking out. I don't think too many people could say I blacked out and fucking woke up in my own bed.
In my
That is
in my
pretty
own
good,
bed,
like,
man.
best case scenario.
Yeah, it's about 6:30 in the morning, and this is from what I remember going forward. Uh, go down the elevator. I walk to work. I was about 2.5, 3 blocks away from work. I show up. I start doing my job, and all of a sudden, my boss comes over and says, "Like, I need to talk to you. Come, give me a chat." So we start chatting, and he says, "Well, where's the truck? Wait, what the fuck you talking about? Where's the truck?" Uh, yeah, this morning showed me the video, this and that. Oh shit. I don't know what's going on. So he's like, "Oh, you gotta take a couple of days off. We gotta figure out what's going on here. I'll give you a ride home." So they give me a ride home, and that truck from work is sitting parked perfectly right on the road, but it's got a bit of cosmetic damage. Anyways,
But it's parked perfectly.
it was parked perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So fast forward, that opportunity didn't work out so well, needless to say. And I ended up doing some shitty stuff just to kind of pay my rent and whatever. I was working in a garage, changing oil, and just kind of scraping by, really. And a piece of this came to my mind, actually. That oil job that I quit from, I remember getting a call from a buddy that lived about 6 hours away, and he was doing some drilling, like oil drilling and stuff like that. And it was going to be a real lucrative job. So I just left changing the oil place. Like, I literally, in the middle of my shift, was like, fuck this. And I just left. I was supposed to pass a drug test. In Canada, you don't need to usually ever pass a drug test ever for any of your jobs ever. But because it's in the oil and gas industry, for whatever reason, that's something that they have implemented. So
Yeah, make sure you're not a liability.
yeah. Now, I'm a fairly hefty fellow, so I took a couple drinks, and it didn't work out or whatever. Like, I drank them, and I went to the piss test place. I sat in the chair, and I couldn't piss, man. I waited there for about an hour and a half. I got super nervous and like stage fright. I don't know. So long story short, I guess because the drinks went through my system a bit, I failed the test, but they didn't let me know for about a week. So I was actually almost on the bus to go to the other town while my girlfriend was going to wait here. And I got the call literally as I was about to step on the bus, probably 2 to 3 minutes before, saying that I failed the test. Fuck. Grab my stuff, walk all the way back to my apartment with the walk of shame, whatever. My girlfriend and I figure it out. I'm about a month unemployed. And this is where my cable story comes in, because the way that I look at it is there's two types of people. There's people who chose cable, and then there's people who were chosen by cable. Unfortunately, I was one of the people who was chosen by cable. I remember looking at, believe it or not, a newspaper ad. It said TV installer wanted. Because I was involved in the TV industry, I was like, fuck, I don't know what they want me to do. Maybe they want me to, set up some TVs or mount some TVs, whatever. So I borrowed a vehicle from the old weather girl from the place that I worked. And I borrowed a vehicle because I didn't have one. I had to sell mine because I didn't have a job and I was paying rent, whatever. I borrowed her vehicle. I went to this like sketchy office place looking, and it was on the second floor. And this chubby bald dude had me in for an interview. And well, the rest is history. Like, he told me, you're going to be starting for 2 weeks. You're going to be at minimum wage, and then you're going to be on your own. But you need to buy $2,000 worth of tools, and you need a reliable vehicle that can carry a ladder, this and that. Okay, well, whatever. So I don't have any money. I call my parents. They give me they co-sign a loan, even though my dad's hand, I could just see it shaking while he's signing his hand, right? So anyway, I was determined to make it happen, and I worked my ass off for about 6 years. I did all sorts of anything they offered. I went to northern communities and lived up there for a few months. Um, I did it all for them, fiber, everything I could. And then I got hired in-house because I left because all the pay was going down, not up. The work was drying up. It wasn't getting busier. So I needed some pension and whatever. Got hired in-house and again, worked my ass off. And now I'm going to be trying to take over. I got a job that I start this week as charge hand. So it's basically lead tech. It's going to be looking after some of the guys, doing QA, mentoring them, helping them, cleaning up our work, trying to lower repeats, all that. So
Awesome, dude. That sounds good. Congratulations.
yeah, thanks.
Absolutely, man. I want to throw something out there for all our listeners. I know that I've talked a lot of shit about how contractors are shit and how they're treated bad, but this guy is a fucking epitome of fighting through and making it. He
Yeah.
literally had his dad take a loan to help him get what he needed to get started, and now he's a lead tech for the in-house. So it might suck in the beginning. Things are always rough and rocky in the beginning, but he's made it happen, and anybody out there can do the same thing.
So, Mitch, I just actually have to ask a quick question because I heard you mention the term pension. So, when you go in-house, for us in the U.S., pensions are usually the only time you ever usually see them is if you're involved with some type of union. Now, whoever you may work for, is it union based?
Yeah, baby.
I love how that was just answered. And then
Sound like
so
Austin Powers.
yeah, but I could just hear the fucking like, yeah, right, yeah, motherfucker. Because the only like Verizon, like the old Verizon telephone guys, I know they used to have pension. Comcast had zero fucking pension. They did have 401k. Don't get me wrong, but pensions are very at least up north here, they're starting to become very, very few and far between.
Yeah, there's nothing like when I was like we had the 401k shit too, but like I mean we did the same job basically for the same company just in different states. But like down here, if you even said the word union, they were gonna get fucking rid of you.
Yeah, that was like putting a red dot on your head for us too.
You mentioned repeats, Mitch. So how does metrics work in Canada for like your job?
Well, it's not quite as bad as some of the numbers I've heard from your previous shows. I'm not 100% on the number, but I want to say it's between 5.25% and about 5.5%.
That's still fucking tight.
That's still pretty damn low. And now, what products do you touch?
Like, are you talking about
TV, phone, internet.
Oh yeah, I do triple for sure. Yeah.
Is home security a thing up there?
It is, but it's a separate division. It's a separately owned company that does the installs for that. I've never ever had to do that. When I was a contractor, I just installed TV and internet and phone. I didn't even do repairs until almost right at the end, and then of course fiber and doing the drops and everything.
Okay, so you work in a fiber to the home plant.
I work in a 1918 to the house. I work in a 1960s to the house. I work in fiber to the house. Yeah, I work in everything.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. So different areas have different infrastructures, basically.
There's a boatload of places you can't even get internet on the system that I'm on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
dude, that's like when I told you, man, like a few months ago, where I told you and you were like, "What? Really?" Remember when I told you I worked in that one-way system and we couldn't have internet or phone, and the only reason we knew we had any problems is because we get trouble calls for TV.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you saying.
So I was in a remote area like that too, running fucking outages basically for bullshit, and the cable's falling apart. Like I've been there, dude. I know what you're saying to me.
Oh, I gotta tell you, we probably as telephone guys, I hate to start this battle right now, but I'm fairly certain we probably have it worse.
I will not debate that because I fucking hate. If you've listened to any of our shows, I've said this numerous times. I fucking hate telephone.
I fucking
When
love it.
When I would, no, you wouldn't love it if you were working. You pulled open a fucking. What do you even call those on the pole? The big phone fucking conglomerate.
Just
Like
an
you
aerial
pull.
terminal.
Yeah, there you go. Aerial terminal. We go with that. Sounds good.
I
I
call it a
remember
pole nid.
we were on a fucking. I never forget this as long as I live, dude. I was in my bucket, one pole down from a AT&T phone guy. Like I don't know, this is like 6 years ago or something. And I got a fucking amp opened up, and I'm doing sweeping, so it's easy work. I'm looking at my meter. Yeah, I'm tweaking this. Yeah, I need to change that pad, whatever. And the fucking guy on the next pole down, the AT&T guy, he pulls that shit out. There's fucking 6,000 phone lines, and I'm like, how the fuck do you work on that? Like an HFC plant, man, all you gotta have is signal and voltage, and you're good. But in that shit, I'm like, damn, fuck that, man. I will not argue with you, Mitch. You have it a lot worse, I promise.
Oh, it's not even that. Like, just to get 100 meg on my system, we have to combine 2 telephone lines. So let me paint a scenario for you. Guy is, let's say, 600 meters away in an area with moderate to shitty kind of cable. You got to pull 2 pairs to his house, and you only have a 50 pair to deal with. Now, the first 600 meters, let's say 66% of that count are taken up. So now you only have 33% of that count to choose from for the pairs that you have. Now, let's say half of that count is marked defective because of squirrel shoes. So now you're just dealing with, 16% of the cable. And like, it's fucked, man. You have to find it's a whole different
I'm already
ballgame.
lost. I don't fucking remember if I carried the 2 or dropped the 7. Fuck.
And it's all color coded. It's all color coded. So your pair 1 is blue white, pair 2 is white orange, et cetera, et cetera. Pair 25 is violet gray, like violet slate, right? So everything is color coded. It's not just twist and you're ready to go.
So this is going to sound like a stupid question. This isn't video over
that.
telephone. This is only purely telephone over telephone.
Oh, fuck no. We do video over telephone.
Fuck, I thought so, and I didn't want to sound like a dumbass because I've heard of it before.
We had a plant like that down here in Ringgold. Like I grew up in Ringgold, and there was Ringgold Telephone Company, and they offered Cat TV for like
That's
years.
That's
and
right.
They run on a twisted. Yeah, they ran off twisted pair copper, and I was like, I never understood how the fuck that shit worked. Which I think they're not out of business, but they've been rebuilding their plant for years with this straight fiber. But
so it must just be like a giant antenna system. It's you're just shooting analog through telephone line.
Basically, so you would start. So usually they cut the signal in half. So they send your dial tone from a central office, and then it hits. We call it a BPI, or basically, if you think of it like amplifying the telephone signal in a way, adding what is it called? Very high bit rate digital subscriber line. So we just send the high frequencies down the wire, and then it just chats over the high frequencies of the voice line.
That's fucking unbelievable. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't think I would have got that, man. Like the way my brain works, which I'm from the South and obviously stupid, because I like to know what my temperature is in Fahrenheit. but
wow.
And something he said a minute ago kind of piqued my interest too. He said, I'm 60 meters. We don't measure in meters either. Like, and you're thinking, are you stupid? Jesse's stupid because we measure in fucking feet in the United States, Drew, you fuckhead.
So just
but anyway,
add 3.
Who's the whiny bitch?
Add 3.3 feet on every meter.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's still
us Canadians are good at math, eh?
hey, that just made my day. Hey. Well, I don't think like how my brain works. Like I was really good with RF signal, but I just don't think that my brain would fit with whatever the hell you just said to me. like whatever you said, it sounded good, but I have no idea what you really said. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I could tell you, okay, I got 10 dB here. I'm losing this much, blah blah. That's easy. But what you're trying to add up and figure out, that's crazy shit. Yeah, you guys are fucking way superior in that department.
So, do you guys just have like two little screw terminals on the back of the cable box that you just wrap little fucking wires around?
No, we just go by with a divining rod and hopefully it fucking hooks up.
Jesus Christ. Mitch, I think I might have to ask you to come back on the show just so we can break this shit down way more. This is super interesting to me, and I would love to ask a ton more questions, but unfortunately, we don't have a ton of time for that. What's your best? No, let's start. Let's get the worst out of the way first. What is the worst moment you've ever had as a technician?
Oh, that's definitely the house getting flooded.
Yes, can we please, because some of our
The
audience,
Halloween
yes,
episode did not do it justice.
yes. If you would share that story again, I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I love that, and you just have to emphasize the soup lady. That's all I ask.
Yeah. So this is before when I was a contractor. They were greasing me and they were getting me to train a bunch of different guys for no extra pay. So some guys are good, some guys you really got to watch, right? So I had this one guy that I was training, and we were in this huge rooming house in a really shitty part of town. So there was probably 7 or 8 apartments in this place, and I would think I was in the biggest apartment. So we were trying to run a line from one room to another, and I distinctly remember looking at the wall and seeing a patch on the wall, like there was a drill hole, and then somebody put some plaster over it. Somebody drilled there before, right? So because I wasn't getting paid any extra, and at that time I was a contractor working on my own dime, I was in a rush because this guy was an idiot, just drove me crazy. So I stuck my drill bit in there and I hit something pretty fucking hard, but I thought it was a stud or a nail or whatever. So I just angled my drill a bit. I think I even put it on hammer drill. And at that time, because I was on a contractor, money was tight. I'm an idiot, so I'm using masonry bits for everything. I'm not using bell hangers or nothing. So I put the bit straight on hammer. I just fucking give her, and all of a sudden, water starts squirting at me, just like not even high pressure, but it starts pouring out. I freak out. I run downstairs. I shut off the water. I'm just trying to get my bearings. All of a sudden, I see a door open in the basement. This old lady, this Asian lady must be, I don't know, 80, 90 years old. I kid you not. She comes out and she just starts yelling at me. Because I turned the water off, she couldn't get any water for her noodles that she wanted to boil. So she comes out yelling, I need some noodle for myself. And I just kind of lost it. Right as she's yelling at me, I look behind her and it's almost like a movie, man. In slow motion, I can see the water building up beneath her drop ceiling. And all of a sudden, it just gushes probably, I don't know, 30, 40 liters, 10 gallons onto the floor. And yeah, so I mop it up as best as I can. My boss told me it was like $7,500 damage or something. I drilled through a fucking boiler rad, like for hot water heat in a home. And even though I shut the water off, because it was a 3-story place, all the water from the 3rd floor gravity fed through the fucking hole that I drilled and flooded into this poor Asian lady's basement.
Oh shit.
Well, she definitely got that water for her noodles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, it's a terrible moment, don't get me wrong, but I don't even have a story that epic. Like, that's pretty damn good.
Well, aim high, aim high. If you're gonna fuck something up, fuck it up right.
Hey, fucking Ben, brother. If you're gonna fuck it up, best fucking do it the best fucking way you can. Oh,
No
God.
water for my soup.
Yeah, what the soup? Oh God. All right. Now that's my best memory of your cable experience. What's the best memory that you have from being a cable tech?
Probably getting 4 weeks vacation and 5 personal days off a year.
Hey, fucking man. I like this kid. I'm moving to Canada. Fuck this shit. So usually we go, hey, what's next? Obviously, charge hands seems to be your next step. Now, is that something you're placed into and you kind of hang on to that until the next type of progression, or is that something they kind of put you in that spot for a few months and kind of rotate it?
Well, it's rotational. Guys have been known to hold on to it for 5-6 years, depending on who applies for it and whatever, right? I chose to start off with a 6-month rotation because my jam is not working in the city. I like to be traveling all over the place into the smaller centers. So, for example, this last summer, I put on about, now again, I'm speaking fucking Chinese to you guys, 15,000 kilometers, which God knows what that would be, 10,000 miles roughly. Just driving to smaller centers in 3 months this summer, back and forth, fixing POTS lines and DSL lines, killing mice.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's so, you can fuck with me again if you want. They use Celsius, they use meters, they use kilometers for miles. It's amazing. Like everything I was taught my entire life is just
it's all
not
wrong.
the same in Canada. It's not the same in Canada.
You know what the fuck up thing is, Jesse? It's not just not the same in Canada. It's not the same in the entire fucking world.
Yeah, buddy, we're the only ones. Jesse, do you not remember that America tried going metric, and after a week they just kind of went, duh, we can't do it, and they put it back to fucking everything else.
I don't like washing my foreskin.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, we're just dumbass Americans down here. Just dumb fucking Americans.
So, I mean, today's episode was really the big difference between USA and Canada. So far, it's just been units of measurement. All right, Mitch, we're going to give you our famous last 10 questions. You ready?
I'm all set.
All right. What is your favorite type of drop cable to run? RG6 and RG11? And if this doesn't apply to you, what the fuck would it be?
We run twisted pair copper. It's got a steel messenger on it. They use a wire vise. You clamp it on your strand, and then you clamp it at your ram's horn on the home. And yeah.
What gauge copper?
Oh boy, now you're putting me on the spot. We run anywhere, I think, from 18 to 26.
All right. Let's see. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Which tool could you not go without?
My butt set.
Do you bring your lunch or buy your lunch?
I just go hungry.
Amen. Bucket truck, ladder, or gaffing?
Pre or post belly?
Both.
Yeah, both.
Pre belly, ladder, post belly, ladder.
Love it.
Just slower.
Oh shit.
Favorite sport?
Football.
Football.
Absolutely.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how clean do you keep your van or truck?
Oh, like a 2, no joke.
2 being super clean.
No, fuck no.
2 being an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
Favorite emoji or most commonly used emoji?
Either the middle finger, the poop, or the crying face.
A man of my own heart. What's your least favorite metric that you have?
Probably repeats, because it's bullshit. Like if I go ahead and I do a drop and there was an issue on the outside cable, but the problem is the fucking modem's locked up and I get a repeat for that, that's kind of horse shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just repeats suck in general, man. They're all fucking stupid.
All right, number 10, beer or liquor?
Beer. Nowadays, too many bad decisions with liquor.
Yeah, you got, but by God, he parked that truck right.
All right, those are our end of show questions. I had fun, Mitch. Jesse didn't shut the fuck up, but I had an absolute blast.
Oh, me too. Thank you, boys.
Yeah, man. I had a good time too, dude. I enjoyed talking to you, getting to know you, man. And we'll have to do this again at some point.
Oh,
Yeah,
anytime.
I think I would absolutely love to have you on here and break down this type of system a little more, because I have to be honest, I'm going to have to do a little bit of research first, because I already have 1,000 questions and I don't want to sound like a full retard. So I got to brush up on something a little, but yeah, we'd love to have you back on. It was great hearing your story, where you come from and how your igloo is up there. And I mean, what block up do you attach your drop to?
Pardon? Oh, what block?
Yeah, how do you get the J hook in the ice?
I usually just bore a hole.
Eh?
Hey, I pour a little bit of maple syrup on it and burn a hole in the bitch first.
All right. Jesse, do you have anything else for Mr. Canada here?
Nah,
That's
man,
not
I'm
offensive.
Good. No, I'm good. I appreciate it, man. It was great hanging with you, and look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right, man. We'll catch you later. All right, guys. Don't forget to check out the show notes below. You can find all the links there. And we actually now have a telephone hotline you guys can call. We set it up today. It will be active as soon as the show is over. You can call 302-YAP CATV. So 302-927-2288. You can leave us voice messages, questions, stories. Tell us how much we suck. Don't really care. It's there. Use it. Anything else, Jesse?
Nah, sounds good, man.
All right. Let's get the fuck out of here, and we'll catch everybody later.
See ya.
Right. Like what you just heard? Then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Me and Jesse have a new episode for you every Monday, and every Wednesday we drop a new cable short. Want to drop us a line? You can email us at catvtechtalk@gmail.com, or you can call us at 302-YAP-CATV. That's 302-927-2288. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget, crawling, climbing, drilling, and driving is just the beginning.